Sleep deprivation is a common theme on this program for us, but not for our next guest, maybe not used to being awake so early in the morning. Mark Kirk, Congressman since 2001. We're glad you're here with us this morning. Nice
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you know what? We've been asking our viewers. We're going to hit you with some viewer questions right off of the top. If they had an opportunity to speak to you, what would they want to hear today?
Right.
And primary on Facebook this morning is the economy and job creation.
Right.
What are you going to do to bring some jobs?
Number one, cut federal spending and borrowing, which threatens the value of the very dollars in your wallet. Number two, lawsuit reform, which is a tremendous weight on the economy. And number three, real health care reform, like allowing Americans to buy coverage from any state in the union, especially if you find a plan that is less expensive or more flexible for your family or small business.
Congressman, you discussed the willingness to debate. So are you looking forward to perhaps approaching these issues against your opponent now as we get closer to November?
Absolutely. And remember, I have two opponents, one Democratic and one Green, and look forward to a vigorous debate because there's a lot at stake here. This state has the reputation as the most corrupt in America, and I think we need to take a new direction. Clean, honest, and transparent government.
And I think a lot of folks are looking for some bipartisanship. How is it that you can work with your counterparts in order to come to some sort of consensus, particularly on some major issues like health care?
That's right. On health care, I wrote most of the GOP alternative, and we eliminate pre-existing condition rule. We have interstate competition. We propose lawsuit reform and the Medical Rights Act that says Congress shall make no law interfering with decisions that you've made with your doctor. But on bipartisanship, my Iran bill that would cut off gasoline to the Islamic Republic of Iran passed by over 300 votes in the House last month and was unanimously supported by the Senate this month.
Let's prognosticate. The groundhog did it yesterday, and we're going to do it for a moment here. Some speculate that you could become the Scott Brown for the state of Illinois. Do you look that far down the road, and do you see the real power in that possibility?
Right. I think people are looking for a different kind of leadership, a thoughtful, independent leader. We know that one party doesn't have all of the answers, and one political party shouldn't have all of the power. What we saw in Massachusetts is happening here, only it's even worse in Illinois. Not only do we have out-of-control spending in Washington, but we have the trial of Rod Blagojevich here, the disaster of the Burris Senate service. And with that concern, I think people are looking for an alternative.
How do you feel about the apathy? I mean, yesterday was one of the lowest voter turnouts ever in the state of Illinois. So how do you encourage people? Some say that they're just tired of all the candidates, that nobody really is the right candidate. I had a woman following me on Twitter. She's walking in to vote, and she said, I am still undecided. I don't know what to do.
Actually, I think the candidates were pretty good, both Democrat and Republican, good Americans standing forward to give their public service. But I think the primary date was way too early. Just about every state has a much later date. So close to the holiday season, so deep in winter, I think it reduced turnout.
Well, potentially setting the stage because we have the first primaries. So
that's right. We are now the first in the nation.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a New Hampshire primary for Illinois.
Exactly.
Mark Kirk, we appreciate you coming in
Thank
so
you,
bright
guys.
and early, making the rounds.
Congratulations. Good luck to you today.
Thank you.
Try to get a little bit of sleep, perhaps, right?
Sleep is optional.
When are we going to have that first debate happen, perhaps?
I hope soon, because we need it, and we can make a real change here. And we ought to talk about transparent, honest government pretty quick here in Illinois.
Yeah, we were hoping you would come in closer to our 6:30 hour, because that's when we're expecting Mr. Janucci.
One of your two opponents, as you pointed out, so we appreciate it, Congressman.
Thank you.